King Charles and Queen Camilla are visiting Wales today to mark 25 years of the Welsh Parliament.
Now, the King will demonstrate his fluent Welsh a quarter of a century after he officially opened with his late mother.
And as well as reflecting on the past, he's also expected to look ahead to the challenges of the future, such as the climate debate. So joining us now is former BBC royal correspondent Michael Cole. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
To see you in the studio with us.
Yes, it's a great,
down the line.
Indeed, it's a great pleasure to be here. Good morning, Ben. Good morning, Nana. Yeah, a very, very big day down in Cardiff. Of course, nothing particularly new for the Prince of Wales, as he was for 64 years. The King was the Prince of Wales. And of course, before his investiture in 1969, he spent a whole term at the University of Wales in Aberystwyth learning how to speak Welsh, which he exercised during the ceremony at Carnarvon Castle when he was invested as the Prince of Wales. 25 years of devolution in Wales, a qualified success, a crisis at the moment down at the Tata Steelworks in Port Talbot. That is very much in the in tray of the new Labour government and has to be dealt with very urgently, I would suggest. The King, of course, will say, I think, that Wales had a very special place in the heart of his mother, which is true. She took a great interest in the country when she was there, the Principality. And he, of course, bought a house down in West Wales in Carmarthenshire. But what is interesting is that when he had the investiture in 1969, I remember it very, very clearly because it was very contentious. And a colleague of mine at the BBC went up to him just beforehand, and there had been demonstrations, there had been small bombs going off, and said to the Prince of Wales, "Are you worried about security, sir?" He said, "I haven't seen anybody here who's not secure," which I thought was quite good. And of course, the whole ceremony in 1969 was a complete cod. It was a farrago of real nonsense. It was invented in 1911 when the Prince of Wales, who became the Duke of Windsor eventually, he was invested. And he was invested because David Lloyd George was the local MP and he wanted to give a good show for his constituents down in North Wales. So they invented this ceremony. And after the ceremony, the Prince of Wales took the sword, he took the regalia with him, and they were all lost. So when Prince Charles had to be invested, they had to do it all again, make him a new crown, make him new robes and everything. Of course, the new Prince and Princess of Wales are William and Kate. And what has been hinted at to us is that there won't be a ceremony, or it'll be a very, very restricted ceremony for when Prince William is invested formally as Prince of Wales. So an interesting history. They remain very popular in Wales. Whether devolution remains popular, I'm not so sure. Every now and then we have elections and it changes from Plaid Cymru to Labour, which is there at the moment.
But we will see. Now, I want to talk about Harry, Prince Harry, because, of course, today the Pat Tillman Award will be given to him. Apparently, there's a petition, though, and Pat Tillman's mother, who Pat Tillman was, of course, a sports player, an NFL footballer, went to fight in Afghanistan, was killed by friendly fire, and an award was created in his honour. They are planning to give it to Prince Harry, but his mother, Pat Tillman's mother, is not happy.
She is not. Big night in Los Angeles if Prince Harry comes forward to accept this Pat Tillman Award. Now, Pat Tillman was a American professional footballer. He turned down a £3 million contract with the Arizona Cardinals to join up in the American Army after 9/11. He joined the Rangers, which is roughly equivalent to the Marine Commandos here, and he was killed in Afghanistan in 2004, aged 27. Tragically, he was killed by friendly fire, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he was a genuine American war hero. He got the Silver Star and the Purple Heart, and his mother, Mary, doesn't want Prince Harry to receive this award in her son's name. And 68,000 people, the last time I looked, have signed a petition. It's 72,000. You bring me up to date. GBNews is always on that, got its thumb on the bus.
Will he accept it, Michael?
Well,
pressure.
Listen, if he was taking PR advice from me, he would discreetly and politely decline the award, or he would not go in person to collect it. But there is a complication because the MC, the introducer, the host of the evening, is Serena Williams. And of course, we all know that she's a big pal of Meghan Markle. So whether he'll be able to duck this out. Interestingly, Admiral Lord West, the former Royal Navy commander, he echoed the sentiments I expressed on this very channel, saying that it would be much better if he, discretion being the better part of valour, that he didn't go forward, because it is controversial, and I think we must respect what Mrs. Mary Tillman says, and she says she wants it to go to somebody much more humble, not somebody privileged, not somebody controversial and very divisive. And you know, in America, they don't like what Prince Harry did. They don't like him being disrespectful to the late Queen and the royal family. They respected the late Queen very much. And of course they see, quite rightly, the King is our commander-in-chief as well as being the monarch. And they feel that what Prince Harry has done by going into self-imposed exile when he didn't have to do in 2020, and the things he said about the Princess of Wales and indeed about the King himself in books and in television programmes, all of that hasn't sat very easily with the Americans.
Well, the award is given particularly for his work with Invictus. We shouldn't forget that Harry, of course, served our country as well. But as you said, the mother of this late soldier.
Ben, I respect him for his 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan. I respect him by setting up Invictus. It's a brilliant idea. It's a wonderful concept. But they were all pre-Meghan.
Yes.
That's when he was the happy prince. That's when he was doing his job. And quite frankly, I'm quite sure he misses that role. He's been stripped of his honours and his titles and his ranks within the British Armed Forces, and that will have hurt him a lot.
Well, you can cancel yourself out by doing things that are, you know, unsavoury, and a lot of people would say that the Oprah interview and all Spare and all the other stuff, it cannot be forgotten. Now, what about the Prince of Wales, Prince William? Now, he still believes he can end homelessness. He's got this project that he started, Homewards. He started last year. This now marks 1 year of that project. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, he's not a new boy at this, Nana. You will know that. His mother, and I remember going with them, she took those boys when they were young, not even teenagers, to Centrepoint and other charities, homeless shelters in London. She wanted to take them out of the privileged palace bubble they lived in and showed them the other side of life. And that stayed with him. Now, ambition is always a good thing. Prince William says he thinks he can end homelessness. Well, we hope that he can. And he's made good progress in this first year. They've provided 100 new homes. They've got a donation of £1 million that's going to give them home starter kits. And more importantly, a very progressive coffee chain has offered 500 jobs, because I would have thought that the key to this is people getting jobs. And they're going to cite a wonderful case of a young girl who was homeless at the age of 9 when her father died and her mother was in difficulties. And she went through this homelessness selling copies of the magazine. And she has ended up as head of the fire service with a PhD degree of family life. And she's going to be a new ambassador for this Homewards charity and initiative. Of course, we wish Prince William well in this. We wish him well. It's a tremendous problem, but as he says, it's a problem for society.
Yeah, Michael Cole, thank you so much. You look amazing. I can't believe it. Michael is 81. He's the same age as Joe Biden.
I am the same age as the president.
Exactly. So
I am available, by the way.
Exactly. So this is. So I don't think the people who are in their 80s shouldn't be. You could easily lead America. Michael Cole.
A bit more compass mentis.
Exactly.